All right, guys, we got some more Masters action on this holiday week. PDN versus Ray, I think. Sorry about the weird angle with the camera. When I set the camera up, I had my daughter in a stroller, and she did not want me to be spending any more time away from her. PDN wins the lag. I'll be breaking. I think he chooses 8-ball onto rack 1. All right, PDN breaking rack 1. Scratch. Gonna be a running theme. Just be ready for it. Right after being reminded that he has to play this behind the line because it's APA still, he sets up. Gonna take the stripes. I don't know this guy. I've never played against him. I don't think I've ever seen him. Didn't get much of a chance to watch him practicing. Was preoccupied. He seems like he's got a decent shot. Shoots straight enough. This one here, I like to run this one out here because this is the only way you're going to make this ball. And I don't want to save it till last. If you save it till last, like if he plays this ball here and this ball here and tries to play good shape on it, then he's risking bad shape and not having anything afterwards. See, that's what he's playing for. He's playing for 13 here, and he wants to be able to play a decent shot on this ball here. So not bad. I mean, you can play this with a little bit of inside and bring your cue ball out like that, but it's going to be hard to get on the 9 from there. So I like to play shape on that ball a little bit earlier in the rack. Yeah, miss hit that one. A little bit of a miscue. Caught it weird. He's still going to have a really tough time getting on the 9 ball. I think my best bet with this 7 is actually just hitting it head on and drawing back out. The only reason for that is if I wanted to play at the rail, I've got his ball right here blocking it, and I'm not really playing for a lot. You have to get just perfect on one of these to make them this way, which I can do from here, but I can't do coming around this way, you know? Taking a different approach for tonight. My daughter is sitting over here at this table with a player from another team. He volunteered to help out. I was actually just going to go home. I wasn't going to play. I was going to forfeit a match because the people that usually show up that would be willing to help me out with the daughter weren't there, and I didn't want to ask anybody else. I didn't want to impose on anybody, and he jumped up and said, "Hey, I got to buy tonight. I'll hang out with her." I looked away on that ball. I looked away from the table. I remember that shot. I was really frustrated with myself, but it was just one dumb thing. I was facing this way where she was, and I looked up at her. That's all. Just being my worst enemy. Nice shot here from him. Gets unfortunate, pushes the 8 into traffic. Now he's in a really, really tough spot. Had a good line on it. He just needed to punch it. He didn't really need to draw it too hard. He could have punched it right down into here and had a makeable shot. He overdrew it around it. He also had a tough angle getting onto the cue ball there, so I can't really fault him on it. It's pretty easy to overdraw when you're trying to get around a pile like that. just misses it. I spend the whole match seated over here so I can try to minimize my distractions with the daughter. I end up just watching her the whole time. She was fine. She enjoys hanging out with the guy that was watching her. They were having a great time, but it was just, I don't know. I like my kid. Play the 2 ball here, bring it up into the middle of the table. The only reason I'm coming across the middle of the table is I want to have a better line for this 4 ball. Trying to get this cue ball close to the rail. End up bringing it out. Don't think I have a line here to move this 8 ball. So what I want to do is I'd like to be as close to around here as possible so I can come off the 6 and just kind of park over here. Play like a pocket speed kind of shot. So I don't want to come past this point here. And I go past it by a bit. So now I've got to hit this ball a little bit harder to get it to make my 6 here and to get it to come around. So I can't just play a pocket speed shot. I actually have to gauge a little bit of a hit on it now. It's pretty easy to overhit these, kind of annoyingly, and I do. I overhit it, but only like by 2.5 feet. Looking at caroming this off of the ball. The problem is I'm going to hit this. If I hit this like here, I'm more likely going to be aiming this way. It's going to be really hard to get it into that side pocket. Yeah, it's almost always going that way with the angle I had to hit it. But I can create separation and leave him on the wrong end of the table from his ball. I'm not sure if he's trying to bank this one back or cut it, to be honest. He spends a lot of time down on the shot, and where he hits it, it could have been a bank or a cut. Could have been either one. No idea. I get lucky, I can see it. So I call this pocket, and we're gonna try to make a side pocket shot. Been struggling with these lately. Now that my kid's back, I'm not practicing, hardly playing, so last time I played any pool was the video you guys watched earlier this week, the one I just recorded prior to this. Alright, PDN wins, up 1-0 on to rack 2. Alright, PDN breaking. We made a ball. We made a ball. $11 balls down. Didn't make any solids. It's APA, so I am being punished for making a ball in the break. Gonna try to make this 10 in the side and try to hold the cue ball for a good shot on the 9. I overhit it. Overhit it, don't get a good shot on my 9. I actually just was trying to stun that a little bit and leave it right about here. And I figured if I overhit it, I would overhit it into this direction and I'd be able to see the 14, but now I've got a pretty rough shot on the 14. Kind of a blind shot, so, and I have to jack up a lot and get around the 7, so that's why I was kind of lining it up like a jump shot there. I just want to make sure I'm on the right line. I couldn't just roll it because my roll line was towards the corner. I have to be able to punch it just a little bit, and even with the amount that I put on it, I still could only punch it to this part of the rail, so it was in a really tough spot. I couldn't run it with top because I'm going to smash it into 3, and then I'm just holding a cue ball around here, which is dumb. Just gonna play this into the rail. Leave myself a 12 ball. I think I'm just gonna draw this straight back. But I end up bumping the 13. Annoying. Annoying. If I miss the 13 and leave it here, I'm pretty much going to be in a great spot to get out for this 9. Now I've got a 4 ball in the way of the line. I'm looking at it, and my line is literally right into this 4 ball. So if I can get lucky and hit the 4 ball out of the way, making shape to this 9, I'll be okay. I end up spinning it around everything and putting it behind the 4 ball. I probably should have just run it into the 4 ball like I had planned. I decided last minute there that I could probably just juice this and play it around, and I'm playing it through traffic, which is just ridiculous. I should have just run it into the 4 ball. I run into the 4 ball. If I get the 4 ball up here and leave the cue ball here, I'm done. We're just poorly planned. We're putting the jump cue together though. Jump cue's out. I'm jumping so poorly lately. I just don't practice jumping anymore. I used to be really good at it, but I just overhit that. Almost made the 8 ball. Wouldn't have seen it because I'm running to the bowling alley to stop the cue ball from picking up somebody's 7-10 split for them. He leaves himself a little bit of an angle here. He's actually got a lot of shots to consider, but I know he's going for the 3 there, so he leaves himself some good angle. Brings this one back out. He's actually playing this really well. He can go for the 7 here, and he's actually got enough room to stun the cue ball this way, so he can play the 1 after the 7. I think he has enough to actually even run it into the rail and come out to have a good angle. He might even play this on the inside. Yeah, there. It's good. I mean, close to the rail is still good angle. He can still make the 1 and bring it over here. Misses it. But he's in a good spot. I mean, what am I gonna do? If I make this 9 ball, I don't have a shot on the 8 ball. So I'm considering blocking the pocket with the 9 ball. Because I really don't see how I can come in from this angle and where I'm going to be able to make that 8. It feels much better to try to just run the 9 ball this way. And instead I hit the 8 ball. Bad, bad, bad. Just a bad shot. So he's got ball in hand. He's got an 8 ball out in the middle of the open, so he should be done here. Runs that one pretty far. Leave himself a tough spot. But he can leave the cue ball anywhere over here, and he's going to create some separation. Even if I can see the 9 ball, he's still got enough separation where he keeps me from having a clean shot on it. So yeah. Alright, there's a good shot. Just salvaging a poor shot and turning it into a good opportunity. Now, I've got that the idea of blocking that pocket in my head, so I'm going to block this and try to leave him a tough one with the 6. So we're going to run this one up. I didn't want to double hit it there. I actually was trying to run it into the back of the 8. So I send the 8 over here and hold the 9 over here. Ended up with the same result because I got lucky, but if it would have worked, it would have been pretty much the same shot. And this is great, because I am now close enough to this rail here that this distance here I can do a kick and stick, which means I'm going to try to go for a full ball hit on the 9, and you can see how high I am on the cue ball here. So I go full ball and just hold the cue ball behind the 8 ball. If the 9 ball doesn't hit his 6 ball, I'm liking it a lot more. I'd much rather have him have a 6 ball out here in the middle of the table. When it's close to the rail, he's got two rail room, so this ball becomes a lot bigger when you have a lot of different angles you can hit it with. To me, anyway, I like 2 rail shots. I think they're easier than open table 1 railers. So he makes contact, and he gets really, really fortunate on this leave. So I just want to catch the side of the 9 ball here, and I want to send the 9 ball this way, and I want my cue ball to come back up the table. I spent a long time looking at it, just trying to figure out exactly what I need to do to hit this ball. I'm trying to decide right now if I want to just go center ball at it, or if I want to add some spin to it, because if I add spin to it, when it comes off, it's actually going to spin this direction, which I don't want. So I go center ball, no spin. I catch it in the face. I think the line that I had lined up was a shot with spin, with the touch of spin, and then I took the spin off of it and just caught it right in the noggin. If I had just adjusted my line a little bit, I can center ball that and move the cue ball around the table. Instead, I leave him a good look, and he flirts with a side pocket scratch. Doesn't hook himself. Still have a clean shot here. All right, 8 ball down. We got a tie game. On to rack 3. All right, Ray breaking off rack 3. It looks like he's going for an 8 ball break here. Get some movement on the 8 ball. He definitely almost came out of his shoes hitting that, so that's nice. Got a good spread. Didn't make anything, I don't think. No. Looks dry, looks pretty open. Looks like I've got a 10 ball that leads me to a 13. So I'm just trying to see what I can do from that 13 if I get on it. You know, if the 15 passes the 12, or if the 15 passes the 12, or do I have to hit the 12 right away? Stuff like that. I think I overran this for what I wanted to do with the 13 ball, so I think I actually send this up the table and just take care of the 14 or the 12 ball now. No, I go 15, which is fine. Opens everything up. Now the 12 ball is good. 12 ball gets me to the 11 if I need it, or I can use the 14 on the side. I have all these wonderful options. It's 8 ball. Run that one out. I end up running it into the 5 ball, which is annoying. So now I wanted to shoot the 9. So now you can see right here, if I run into the 6 and hold the cue ball there, I can shoot my 13 ball. So now I'm aiming here, but I want to run the cue ball into the 6. So I do. So now I've got my 13. I'm just enough on the side of it where I'm actually aiming to hit right here with the cue ball. I'm going to throw it a little bit and try to hold the cue ball in this area, which looks great here, but I end up catching the point. I thought I threw it enough to get it away from the point. So I'm going to look over here, see how much line I have. If I come off I'm coming right here into this. So I'm going to put some left spin on this ball to check it. And I want to hold this cue ball before the spot. Like I just want to try to put enough spin on this where I can actually hold the speed before the spot. And I think I overhit it. You can tell right there I overhit it. So we're going to get behind the spot. Annoyingly, we got a tough line on the 8-ball here. If I hold that same ball here, I'm okay. It's the 8-ball is actually steeper than it looks. You can see it's within this this line right here. So I'm actually within a diamond away from this rail here. It's a little bit steeper than it looks on the camera. So not a fan of being this far up, but we go. There we go. 8-ball down. PDN is up 2-1 on to rack 4. All right, PDN breaking rack 4. Let's not scratch, huh? Now we're scratching. Man. I gotta work on my 8-ball break. If I put in half the effort into my 8-ball break that I have with my 9-ball break, I'll have a much better experience with 8-ball, I'm sure. I just prefer to play 9-ball, so my 9-ball break is a little bit stronger. Let's get a, there's a 5-2 combo here, and there's a tied up 15-8 here. I think I'm shooting this 1 ball and just taking solids here. Eight's going to be tough to get out of there, but the 3 is in a place where you can break this up. If the 1 ball is gone, that 3 goes into this side as well as this side. So you can move this around pretty easily. I think he decides to go with stripes, which there's not really a ball that you can use to move the. Oh no, he does take the he takes the 4 ball instead of the 1. That's what I was kind of confused on when we were playing, because the 4 ball doesn't help out the 3 ball at all. You still have a ball blocking the 3 from the side over here, and you're naturally running into that direction anyway. So don't know if he's around the 3 to be able to shoot the 1. Got a combo up there. That combo goes nicely. Bumps the 6 into a bad spot, and plays the 5 all the way up, which was actually the only ball on the table he could see. It was a tough shot. Could have gone 3-1 combo, but that's such a low percentage shot that you definitely want to take the cut with the 5. I think I thinned this one too much. Yeah, I think I thinned that one because I'm looking at trying to just play a shot that gets me up here to where I can move some stuff around, and I'm worried about getting stuck behind the 6. So I think the last thing I thought when I looked at that 12 ball wasn't even about the 12 ball. I was thinking don't get stuck on the 6, and distracted myself enough to miss the shot. It's got a clean shot on the 6. The 6 is easy off of this 12 up here. The 12 makes that pocket really big. So right now I'm more focused on trying to get good shape on these balls up here that are tied up. Rocking the Christmas hat though, so respect. Nice shot on that 5. Leave himself a pretty good 1. You want to be, I personally, you've got a shot line that looks like this going into this pocket. I would like to be as close to that line as possible with this one ball on the 3 because I want to crash into that as quickly as possible. So if I can just be a hair on this side of that shot line that I just showed, we're in really good shape. He runs it up instead, which even if he avoids everything on the table over here, he ends up with a cue ball that's here. That cue ball doesn't get you anywhere on that 8 ball. I mean, you're gonna, if you make the 3 here, you're sending it into traffic up the table this way. So you definitely, the only spot he could put it going that way is right there. That's it. That's all he would have had, and that's pretty tough. That's a big ask to get it to park your cue ball there for that 3. It's got a weird kick now. This is the ball. Now I've got an issue here. I've got to move this 15, but I don't know when the heck I'm going to do it. I can do it right now. Shoot the 13 and draw into it. But what are my backup balls if it goes poorly? You know, like I only have the 10 ball for the most part if I run into it, so that's a pretty tough one. I mean, if I leave my cue ball right here, I literally can only shoot at my 10 ball. I decide to do it, and I'm changing my angle here just so I can make a little bit of a splash and try to not leave myself just a 10. I'd like to come off and get over here somewhere so I have a 14 or a 10. So we do that, and the 9 ball's not terrible either right now. I can try to get on the 9 ball now just by trying to get out here. So we're gonna play, if I play this at about 12:30 or 1 o'clock English, I can bring my cue ball to about here. I run a little short, not bad. If I shoot this 9, I'm going to hit the 8 ball. And the 8 ball, I believe, runs right here. I'm lining it up right now to see where the 8 ball runs. So I say I can run the 8 ball into here and try to get it out in front of the side pocket. So now I'm trying to figure out the speed to just run my 8 ball here and try to leave it like anywhere in here. And we almost get there. It's always important to think about the ball that you're going to hit and then try to figure out where that's going to go. Like I say, you know, I've said it a bunch of times, you want to make sure you know the whole story before you try telling it. And there I was just trying to figure out what the story for the 8 ball was going to be before I tried sending it in there. Now here I am with the same stupid shot I had earlier where I said I should have just crashed into the 4 ball that was here. And I remember spinning it, went around, whatever, and then I said, you know what, I think I can get it around the 3. I cannot get this around the 3. I don't even know what I'm thinking here. Definitely wanted to be up on this part of the table here so I could either shoot the 12 and shoot the 12 this way and play for the 11 here, or play for the 11 here and hold for a 12 to get back out for the 8. So I ended up in a spot where I really only have one option, which is play the 12 and try to get out here. But I underhit this really bad, really bad. Played it about a foot short. Now the 8 goes this way. I have just enough room here where I can avoid the scratch. So I'm just going to try to stun this cue ball into the rail and hold it. Not bad. Double checking, making sure I'm not on a scratch shot there, so I'm fine. Call the 8, run it up the table. I think I'm going to hit the point, but should be okay. I don't think I'm ever scratching here. Put a little bit of high inside on it so that if I do come hit the rail and don't hit the point, I can play it into the 3. But I catch the point. Don't hit it hard enough to scratch in the back corner, so I think we're good. And yeah, PDN's up 3-1 on to rack 5. Alright, PDN breaks. And scratches. And makes a 14. Honestly, I think he's probably gonna take the 14. I think that might be his mindset, the lesser balls thing, but I think solids are the better choice here. The 11 ball is tied up. Doesn't really go anywhere. I don't think it goes this way. I mean, you'd have to get back here to send it that way. So I think solids is a better choice here. Runs it up, moves the 8 ball, leaves himself a 9. He's got a fairly makeable 9. Like to put a little bit of draw on this one and right spin and just take it around here to try to get it back out towards the middle of the table. He just plays it with a regular spin, so he catches the 7. If we put a little bit of draw on it, we end up, instead of hitting here, we end up hitting a little bit further up here so we can get around the 7 and come out towards the middle. Just running it into the rail, you end up crossing this line here. We play the 10 ball here now because he can see it, but that takes away any chance he has of getting an easy look at the 11. Unless he can manage to draw himself towards the 11 now. Misses the shot. Still doesn't have an 11. Somehow leaves me with no shot. Like, no... Like, I've got a 5 ball that goes this way, but I'd be shooting awkwardly over this 1. This ball I can't really see. The 7 is not really a great ball for getting on anything, so I decide I'm going to bank the 4. But I overspin this. I put about a tip and a half of left on it, and I throw the... I'm just trying to spin the cue ball towards the middle of the table so I can pick and choose what I want to do. And I end up not correcting for my spin, so the left spin causes the 4 ball to go a little bit to the right instead of the line that I was looking at, and that causes me to miss here. Stupid mistake. Gotta watch out here, you don't want to catch anything trying to go around all these balls. There you go. I like to put a little bit of running English on that one, just because when I catch these rails, I don't want it to lose any of its spin. So I'd like that one to just spin off just a little bit and come back out here, but he's in okay shape. He can use this 1 ball here, just shoot the 11 now and run it with top, and use that 1 ball to get the cue ball out. After much deliberation, it looks like the 11 ball is the target. We put center ball on that. I think with Paulo, he hits that 1 ball. He might hit it poorly and it send it over here, but that makes the shot. You get that cue ball back up the table. So he's called over here. I remember thinking if he misses this ball entirely and I get ball in hand, I might try playing my side, the solids, in order so I could get practice before 9 ball. It kind of looked like they're laid out where I could try to go at them in order. Ball's the same corner again, he's going to kick it into the corner. Catches it thin, almost scratches. I don't like my shot on the 1 ball here, so I decide not to take them in order. Annoyingly. Hold the cue ball so it doesn't go behind the 1, so I can still see the 4. Try to play that lightly. I want the 4 to go in front of the pocket, but I definitely don't want the 4 to drop, and I don't want the cue ball to go behind the 1, so kind of imperative that I play that one light. Now we just want to try to get the cue ball out here. There's just a little bit of right, not much. This is going to be high left. I actually put about, I want to say almost 10:30 to 11 o'clock English on this one. Just to send the cue ball into the rail, but I want to spin it around the 2 and hold it for the 5. Want to be straight on the 5. I'm not using the 5 as a key ball to get on the 8. I've got the 7 for that, so I'm just going to try to draw this one out. I draw it too far. I was hoping to hold it here, and then I was going to play around the table for the 2 and use the 7 to get on the 8, but what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play this into the rail and try to come right out here to play the 7. But I bump it, and I hit it a little light. Not a big deal, we just go back to plan A. Shoot the 2 ball and get a good line on the 7. I mean, I literally have anywhere in here to put this ball where I can make the 7 and get on the 8. So just right now, I'm just focusing on making that 2 ball and getting in this square right here. That's the point, which is fine. I would have been right here, which is still okay. Now I think we're just gonna stun off of this 7 ball and try to. I just want to. You see where I'm tapping right here? I want to get the cue ball right here. So I'm just gonna stun a little bit off of the 7. Do okay. Almost on point. All the 8 in the side. All right, 8 ball is done. PDN's up 4-1. On to 9 ball and rack 6. All right, PDN breaking 9 ball. 5 ball gets stopped. Viciously stopped by a 2 ball. Something came off weird. That 5 ball was heading straight into the corner here. Well, nothing goes in. He's got a long look at the 1. Possibly a 1-6 combo here. Maybe a safety. Maybe, who knows. Maybe a little bit of poke and hope. Now, I am just trying to put some left spin on this ball. And I drop my cue and my stroke. End up hitting it. Those shots are kind of tough. I hit that ball a little fat. And it came off weird. But, you know, it's tough when the ball is hanging in the corner like that. And I've done enough of them where I know how to hit it. I know how to get the ball out of there. But I miscue ever so slightly. And now I'm doing this stupid jump shot. I'm gonna blur out my belly. And I curve the cue ball. I just hit it a little bit off center, and which pushes the jump shot out of the way, and it ended up landing over here, but then it had so much spin on it, it just said no. Just a bad jump shot. He gives himself a long look at that 2 ball. Plays a decent shot. Problem is, he was playing this across this shot line, so you have to hit it just right. You don't want to... Now he's going to have a tough time getting to the 4. He does a good job of holding it there. If he hit that a little bit further, the 5 is in his way. Does a good job punching it off the rail. Does a great job of punching it off the rail. Now he can shoot this one with some bottom right. That's how I like to shoot this one. I like to shoot this one with bottom right, drag my cue ball up and around this pile. There you go. That's the shot. Oh, he didn't put the right on it, though. Or the left, I mean, bottom left. You wouldn't want to put right on that. But he didn't put any spin on it, he just drew straight into the rail. If he makes that shot, but if that cue ball catches here and spins this way, he's in a great shape. I have to decide right now if I want to play a safety, which is what I'm looking at. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to play hold the cue ball here and send the 5 around here somewhere, try to get it frozen up around behind the pile, or if I'm just going to cut this ball in. You can see I shrug right there. I just said, I'm up 4-1. Let's just cut this ball in. Cut it in with some inside, move the 7 ball off the 9, create a little bit of a gap. Don't want to scratch here, but I don't want to throw this into the 7, so I'm just trying to hit this part of the rail with the cue ball right now. It's kind of where I'm aiming. A little bit of right spin. We end up getting a little too close to the side pocket. I should have put just a hair more right spin. I was afraid of overspinning it into the 7, but just want to draw this out right around here. Nothing crazy. I want to try to land here, so what I'm going to try to do is throw this with a bunch of high right and spin it into this area here. I overhit it, get angry, but I overhit it and it's bouncing into the shot line. So I'm not, you know, when I hit this rail around here, I'm going towards this shot line. So even if I overhit it by a little bit, I'm still leaving myself kind of in a makeable spot. Rattle that 9 ball in, all kinds of dirty, and PDN's up 5-1 on to rack 7. Yeah, I'm checking to see what's loosening up in this rack and what the heck is causing this problem. There's a little bit of a gap here, so I'm going to try to make the 4 this way off the wrong side of the rack, and I do. Like I said, if I had put half the effort into my 8-ball break as I have into reading and breaking 9-ball, I probably wouldn't hate 8-ball half as much. Try to spin this one around the 8. And I spin it into the 8. I kind of put too much on it and juiced it. I definitely wanted to slide it off that rail, but I wanted to slide it a little wider and get it around the 8. Instead, I just slid it tight right into the 8-ball. Run this up the table and leave a nice safety. I think I do. I put it behind the 8, which is great. I was either gonna run into the 6 or get behind the 6. Didn't really care. I wasn't going for the 9-ball or anything like that, because that was last thing I want to do is leave the 9-ball hung up and give him a free rack if he makes contact on something. So that was either go behind the 6 or bump into the 6. Either way, I can leave this in a good spot. 7-ball gets moved. Might have to draw this for shape on the 3. Playing this into this rail and getting around the 8 looks pretty tough. So we just draw in between the 3 and the 8. Wanted to draw that a little bit more into the rail and get it more out here, but I think I can still spin this. I get lucky. I didn't think I could spin it that much. Nice. Spun the bejesus out of that ball. I'm gonna play a little bit of inside left spin on this one so I can hold the cue ball down here. Just a little bit of left. I missed the shot. Missed a shot, but I held it. I held it great. I hit that ball too thin, so the cue ball traveled further than it would have. I hit it a little thicker, and I'm actually holding my cue ball here, which is really, really good. I'm enjoying that. He gets a great look at this one. Just want to draw this cue ball out here, play for the 7 on the side. Like a little bit of draw, a little bit of left. He plays center ball instead, so I guess he's playing for it to go this way. I like holding it here and then just running to this part so I can control a shot off the 8-ball, but he goes that way with it and has to run forward and leave himself on the 50-yard line with his 8-ball. Kind of an unfortunate roll for him. I think if he plays out here for the 7-ball, I think he actually does a better job with this rack. Because then he's just rolling into natural shape. Whereas if he, with this shape here, he's once again, he's going across a shot line. You know, you don't want to do that. But if he plays for the 7 here, then he's actually just holding for a shot line. He's stopping at a shot line. Scratch shot all day. He gives me the 9. First I thought he wasn't going to, and then I looked down to fish the cue ball out there, and he was back at the table. Alright, PDN's on the hill, 6-1. Let's go, rack 8. Alright, PDN breaking, and I just want to smash this ball. Please scratch. So bad. I'm so embarrassed as I go and sit down. I'm like, man, I can't believe that. I said, well, at least I hit the head ball, so we're stuck with what we got out there. Well, like, all right, I'm on the hill. My kid is, you can probably, I have it turned down so I can't hear anything, but you can probably, when this video is done editing, you'll probably still be able to hear my daughter screaming. She is now abusing Joe, the guy who's watching her. And I was like, all right, I'm coming. And I went to smash the rack and just get it over with and miscue. It happens. It's a tough spot. It's a tough spot. I don't know if I run that cue ball forward. I don't know if he was playing for the 9-ball there or if he was just trying to run it up out of the way, but don't think I run my cue ball forward there. I get lucky here on this 6-ball because it puts me in a good spot on this 4 where I can just run this one up. Don't want to end up too straight. I wanted to hold it right about here, would have been a little better, but we'll take it where it is. We just run this one. Pretty much a little hair of left, mostly just straight top. Now this one here, somebody's screaming at a table. I'm not sure who it was or where they were, but they were, yeah. I played that one a little weird. I'm not really sure if the noise was bugging me or what, but didn't matter. Just played a bank the 7 across, run the cue ball around the table, get on the 8. We're just going to play this 8-ball. I should have center balled this, and I end up putting a little bit of draw on it. I think I hopped up in my shot a little bit. Just trying to get my kid out of there, and a little bit uncomfortable with the ridiculousness happening around me. But there we go. PDN wins 7-1. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was a weird one. Don't know what my plans are with this team. What I'm going to do with my daughter. Enjoy the team. I like my teammates. Want to keep playing with them, but don't know what I'm going to do with the daughter situation. I'm not going to spend $75 on babysitting just so I can go hit some balls for, 2 hours. So yeah, kind of a tough spot. Also, I don't have any more content for you guys. this is it. We have the Christmas week. I did 2 masters today. That's going to be for this week of Christmas and after, and then I'm gonna have to make up something. I don't know, or maybe I'll get in a money game. No, I'll probably just make up something. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the like button if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Click the bell to turn off the notifications if you want, or leave them on if you want to know when the next video is coming out. I try to put out videos every Tuesday and Friday, Pacific in the morning and evening. Tuesday morning, Friday evening, Pacific time. Other than that, yeah, I don't know. Keep an eye out. Let's see what comes out next week. It's a surprise to me at this point. I have no idea what I'm doing. See you guys in the next one. Bye.